Hey y'all, what's going on? This is Jesse Both of the 19th hole, and we're here to do our golden shot video here for you all today. And this is the golden shot that goes in correlation with the Nordic Fjords, hole number 2 from the second anniversary tournament. So this is the prizes for the hole-in-one right here: 48 cards, 15 rare, 8 epic, and most importantly, those 9 berserkers. Which is what we're all trying to get. So we're going to go here, look at the shot a little bit, and then we will continue with the brief description of shot setup and stuff like that. So here we go. As you can see, we have the area up to the right-hand corner is the question mark. So this is their first time taking a golden shot. You can go to this section and kind of find out answers to some questions on the different aspects of the golden shot. I'll definitely tell you to look at these are the different prizes you can win and the different payouts for each of the rings inside of the golden shot. You have the 6 shots for $4.99, 1 shot for 99 cents. You have a 5 to 8 mile per hour wind for this shot, and we will be using the golden wood for this shot, and we will talk a little bit more about the adjustments for the golden wood in the next part of the video. So definitely we will be going with the rough bump in this shot. So that is going to do it for this section of the video. The next section will be the actual chart that teaches you how to play the different winds that you will encounter during the golden shot. Hey y'all, what's going on? This is going to be the chart that we will use for the golden shot. And basically, if you're using an app, you're going to play the app at a plus 20% adjustment. And then based off of that, once you plug in your mile per hour for the wind, you'll get your mid and your max adjustment. And those will be the numbers you're going to use for the shot. And basically, it depends on what direction the wind is coming from. You know, if you have a tailwind, you know, you're going to be playing the 1.92 figure, which is the mid adjustment. And if you have a side wind or a headwind, then you're going to be playing the 1.72 ring adjustment. So that's basically how you're going to decide if you play mid or max, is according to those adjustments right there. One thing I do want to point out to you right here, it says 1.92 rings per miles per hour, and that should say 1.92 miles per hour per ring, okay? So if you are playing without the app and you do want to kind of figure out your ring adjustments beforehand, I would definitely strongly advise you to do that. Do keep in mind your wind is only going to be from 5 to 8 miles per hour for the shot. So it's only really important to figure out the different ring adjustments that fit in that kind of that area. So for the mid adjustment, which is 1.92, 2.5 rings would be equal to 4.8 miles per hour. If you have 3 rings, that will be equal to 5.7. Let's see if I fix that there. 5.76 miles per hour. 3.5 rings is equal to 6.72 miles per hour, and then 4 rings is equal to 7.68 miles per hour. So that's really all you need to know as far as ring and adjustment wise if you're playing the mid adjustment, and that would only cover the first the top 3 basically. The right to left tailwind, the straight tailwind, and then the left to right tailwind. So that would be the mid adjustment. For the max adjustment, which covers the rest of the adjustments, each side wind, and then each headwind, and then the angled headwinds would be the max adjustment of 1.72 rings. And keep in mind, this is only if you're not using an app, in which case it's much easier to just plug in the wind and get your mid and your max adjustment. But if you are figuring out your rings for the max adjustment, so we got 1.72 miles per hour per ring. Okay, so 3 rings equals 5.16 miles per hour. 3.5 equals 6.02 miles per hour. 4 rings equals 6.88 miles per hour, and then 4.5 rings equals 7.74. And keep in mind, we really only need to figure out our rings up to that 8 miles per hour. So if we do get up to that 8 miles per hour, you would just adjust a little bit over a 4.5 ring, so like 4.7 or something like that would be fine. So that's really all you need to know as far as the adjustments go, ring-wise, for the mid and the max. For max, from 3 to 4.5 rings of adjustment, and then from mid, 2.5 to 4 rings of adjustment. And keep in mind, that's once again only if you don't have the app. If you have an app, you're just going to play this one at Golden Wood adjustment with a plus 20%, and then from there you just plug in your number and you will get your adjustment. And then all you have to do is figure out if you got to use the mid or if you got to use the max. But like I said, this chart will be available in the description. And the cool thing about this chart is it tells you how much topspin you need to use. As you can see, the topspin numbers for the different winds. And it also tells you whether or not you need to use any kind of side spin. The only time you need to use side spin, though, is going to be when you have these side winds. Every other version of wind that you get, other than a side wind, is not going to require any kind of extra spin on the shot. So from here, we're actually going to go to another picture of the landing spot. So we will see you all in just a second at the picture of the actual landing spot that you all need to kind of aim for during your golden shot. All right, y'all, so this is the actual aiming point for my shot. This is how I like to set up my shot. And there are a couple things that I want to kind of draw y'all's attention to that may help you also line up your shot, consistently and give you the best chance to cash in on this golden shot. 2 things that I want to talk about are the top of the orange ring here. As you see where I'm drawing this pink line, it is right there along the edge of the fairway cut, where the fairway cut meets the fringe cut. So that's the first thing that I want to point out, is the edge of that orange line. You always want to have that lined up right there along the edge of that cut. And then the second thing is the right side of the orange ring, which is right over here. I like to have it right there, and the way you can visually remember to do that is if you look at these kind of like these 2 cracks in the stone right there. And basically what you want to do is you want to have the edge of your orange target just left of those cracks, and you want to distance them about the same distance that each of those cracks are. So as you can see, we have that distance right there between those 2 cracks, and we have about the same distance between that crack and the actual edge of the orange guideline. One other thing that I would like to talk about is the actual ball guide for this shot. And you will see me during my videos occasionally start to turn my screen a little bit as we start getting into some of the shots for the golden shot. And from there, I will actually adjust my target a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. And the reason I do that is because I'm actually just trying to direct that ball guide a little bit more towards the holes. And I feel like that extra adjustment right there really helped me zero in and give me the ability to get the aces in this tournament. Not this tournament, but this golden shot. So hopefully, those tips can help you all maybe continue to play a consistent shot through your shots. It's always important to have one specific spot that you always line your shot up to first before you make the extra adjustments. So I would definitely recommend doing that. The orange top of the ring along that fringe cut, and then the right side of the orange ring just left of those cracks in the stone. So next thing we're going to do is actually play some of the shots from my golden shot. So we will see you all in just a second. All right, y'all, what's going on? This is our first shot here of our golden shot, playing on my main account. So we have 7.4 wind. We add that into our app, and with this wind, we're going to play max range. So that means we'll play with a 4.3% adjustment for this shot. So let's see here. We're actually going to pause the video right here. I want to show you right here. We have the top of our orange ring lined up there with our fringe. And as you can see, the right edge of our orange ring lined up just left of those two cracks that we talked about in the setup. You see we have our ball guide directly pointed towards the hole. And that's what we like. You're going to see me now kind of turn my screen a little bit to the right to kind of just get a good look at that ball guide. And then I will turn it back. And then I will adjust for my wind measurement of 4.3 rings for this 7.4 miles per hour wind, a max adjustment. Do keep in mind this is a plus 20% if you are playing with an app. So we're going to continue our video now. You'll see me turn my screen. You see me with that ball guide and aimed towards the hole. Now we're actually just going to adjust our rings here, 4.3 rings. And there we go. There's our 4.3 rings. We want to get this nice and lined up in the middle of those crosshairs and then just hit that perfect shot. And we do hit the perfect shot, and we get that ball to come in, hit the nice rough bump and roll into the hole. First shot of the day, and we get the ace. That's how we do it. So thank you all very much. And we will look at the contents of this chest, and then we will show you all some more shots from the golden shot. Get the Desert Storm, some Machete cards, some Malibus. There's some Rock cards, those are nice. Some Spitfire cards, those are definitely nice. And then most importantly, the 9 Berserker packs. Alright, we got our next shot here for the golden shot. We're going to play this one at about 2 1/4 top spin. We will line up our target here. Go back a little bit here if I can see something here. I wanted to show you all something real quick. Okay, so from here you see we have our the top of our orange line nicely along the fringe. That's good right there. One thing I do want to show you all is look at the right side of our orange line though. It is not lined up properly. It is a little bit too far to the right. If you remember, I like to have it more right about in there. You see we're a little bit too far lined up to the right. So let's watch and see the results of this shot and what happens. So we got 5 miles per hour wind here. We're going to play this one at mid adjustment for the direction of this wind. So this should be a 2.6 ring adjustment for this shot. And let's see where we go. So we got a good adjustment, and we hit it perfect. So let's see what this one does. It's coming in. It's got a good bounce right there. But as you notice, look at that. It comes in to the right side of the hole. And if we had had that adjustment on the initial setup, as far as our aim point goes, we would have definitely probably got an ace right there. So definitely makes a difference as to where you are initially lining up your shot. So definitely pay special attention to that when you are playing your shots. Look at that Apocalypse cards. Very nice. Very nice. All right, and we get our balls, and then we will move on to the next shot. All right, we got another golden shot here for y'all. 7.2 left to right tailwind. This will be 2 1/4 bars of topspin. And we're going to play the mid adjustment for this one. We line up our target, orange on fringe, and right side left of the cracks to the right edge. We will make our 3.8 ring adjustment here for the wind. And let's pray, cross our fingers for a perfect shot right here. Let's see what we get here. We get a nice bounce, a little bit short on the bounce, and as you can see, short bounce, short roll. We still get the blue ring, and we'll see what we can do on the next shot. All right, for this shot right here, we have a left to right side wind. A slight amount of tail to it, but pretty much still left to right side wind. We'll go with 2 1/2 bars of topspin for this shot. We're not going to go with any side spin, though. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. And this will be a mid adjustment for this shot. So we have top of the orange along the fringe line. Right side of the orange, just left of those cracks in the rock. We'll make our adjustment right here for 3.2 rings for this shot. And hopefully we can hit a perfect. We do hit a perfect shot. Let's see how this one rolls in to the rings. Nice bounce and a roll. Go on, get that yellow ring. Oh, man. So close to that yellow ring. And but definitely a good shot. Anything in red and in is definitely awesome. And we'll catch you all on the next shot. All right, so we got another shot here. We got a straight headwind this time. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our spin in after we input our numbers. We'll go 3 top spin here. We'll line up our shot with the orange on the edge of the fringe, the right edge of our orange just left of the crack in the rock, like say. And what we're going to do here is we're actually going to adjust, opposite adjust. Instead of pulling our shot down into the edge of the cliff, we're going to push it away. It allows for a much more accurate adjustment. Hit the perfect shot. Got a nice bump. Got the roll and got the ace, baby. Hole in one, number 2. That's what I'm talking about. J freaking boom. Check out what we got here in the chest. Some Apaches, some Saturn cards, some skewers, some razors. Not a bad chest right here. Holy smokes, jackpot, baby. Dear Diary. And the Berserker balls. Wow, right there. Good shot, good chest. Thank you all very much for joining me for this episode of The Golden Shot. Hopefully you all learned a few things, can take what you learned and apply it to your golden shot. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video, and definitely please give it a thumbs up. And let me know what y'all got in your chest for your golden shot in the comments.